Breaking on 4 News now, a push to delay the University of Idaho murders trial, why the defense says a recent Dateline special is putting the entire trial at risk, and who they claim is responsible for the leaked information.
So far today, a mild but dry day. We do have tracking showers overnight and warmer temperatures on the way this weekend. I'll bet my first alert weather forecast.
Major changes are coming to one of Spokane Valley's busiest intersections. We'll show you what to expect coming up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
And we begin with that breaking news. The lawyers for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students want the trial to be delayed. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. One of the reasons they want the date pushed back is because of leaked information in a recent Dateline special. Brian Kohberger's lawyers write that the special violates his right to an impartial jury. The special includes details, video of photos that were never made public and were taken out of context. The defense claims the source is most likely someone currently or formerly associated with law enforcement or the prosecution team. The defense asks the trial be delayed until the source of this leak is further investigated. This is a developing story, and we will update you when the judge makes a decision. Later this summer, a major construction project will begin in Spokane Valley.
It'll lead to major changes for anyone who uses this highlighted section of Trent and Pines. Our Madeline Mullins explains how this is part of a much larger construction project to make getting around easier.
This $48 million project is the largest construction project ever done in the city of Spokane Valley.
They love watching it. Literally, I will have a bunch of construction guys just sit at the windows and they're all talking about it.
This complete overhaul of Trent Avenue and Pines Road includes the construction of a railroad underpass.
Overpass would definitely be awesome. Yeah, get stuck by the train all the time.
An underpass that will keep traffic moving through this intersection and, according to businesses, make it safer. Marcy Bagby, the manager of Storm & Norman's, says the traffic from the intersection leads to cars cutting through the parking lot.
You'll have like a train full of cars going through the parking lot. People are walking, up to the door. And there's been several incidents that we've almost had people hit in our parking lot because they're trying to fight the train.
This project will also add a roundabout that connects Trent Avenue, Pines Road, and Empire Way. Spokane Fence Company says they're excited about this, saying that it's hard for their customers to turn left into their parking lot off of Trent. This roundabout would fix that. And it's not just drivers that will benefit from these upgrades. New sidewalks and a trailhead that connects to the Centennial Trail will make it easier for those traveling by foot to get around.
Hopefully it'll benefit us in the long run.
And while nobody likes dealing with construction, some neighbors saying so far it has been a pain.
Just like anyone stuck in construction, they'd rather keep moving.
Many say this 2-year-long project will pay off in the end.
I think our sales are down a little bit, but I'm hoping eventually once it's all done, it'll actually help the businesses around here.
In Spokane Valley, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
If you've been stuck behind a train there on Pines, you know that headache. All right. Our team of weather experts tracking another round of spring showers on the way.
We'll send it over to forecaster Jason Valentine in for Chris Crocker tonight to see where the rain is headed.
Yeah, right now we're just seeing rain to the north of the Spokane area, more or less in the Colville area. And good Wednesday evening, everybody. A beautiful evening so far. Some nice little friendly clouds out there tonight. But we do have a change coming in our overnight period. Now, right now we're just seeing some residual shower activity to the north, and plenty, though, of shower activity is coming to Missoula tomorrow, but we're just going to be in the outlying area of those showers. It's going to come early tomorrow, right around 4 to 5 a.m., so it might interrupt your morning commute, but then we should be more or less dry for your Friday. We're going to be on and off showers possible in the afternoon, but here's the real story. Look at this. We are definitely warming up. Now, tomorrow, about 8 degrees below our average, kind of like what we saw today, highs in the lower 60s. By Friday, back to our average, and that is exactly 3 weeks from the day that we were last above our average temperatures. Then we steadily warm up to 78 on Sunday, and yes, 81 on Memorial Day itself. They always say it's the unofficial beginning of summer. Well, it's going to feel like it. It's going to be very, very nice. So for our evening, we're going to be looking at some clouds building after midnight, then shower activity very likely early in the morning, and again, maybe a slight chance in the afternoon. But let me get you ready for those warmer temperatures, and will it be sunny for your Memorial Day weekend? All that answer my first alert weather forecast.
Thanks so much, Jason. Well, partners for the Airway Heights Tech Hub aren't giving up after the Trump administration pulled all of the funding for their project.
The group plans to reapply for Tech Hub funding and hopes it will be selected again next year. Derek Strom spoke with one of the partners about getting this project back on track.
So it's not going to be like starting from scratch, which is a good thing.
The funding and building were in place for an aerospace tech hub in Airway Heights just for the funding for the project to be rescinded a few months after it was announced. Partners for the project didn't get the chance to move equipment into the building before the funding was pulled.
For the most part, it's empty. We do have a training presence there with the aerospace apprenticeship program, but largely this equipment is largely custom.
The federal government plans to restart the application process for Tech Hub funding, with new selections being announced in 2026. The partners behind the Airway Heights project plan to re-enter the process with hopes of being selected again.
We'll review, we'll be looking for input about what was missing or what they liked or didn't like, and then kind of retool that. But I think the majority of the work from the first round will still be in place.
Mark Norton from the Northwest I-90 Manufacturing Alliance believes there's still state and federal government support for the project.
We are going to see increasing demand, which that's going to trickle down into the supply chain, and that provides more opportunities for regional manufacturers as well.
The consortium hopes that being accepted as a tech hub the first time will mean they have a better chance the second time around. And if that project does indeed move forward, they hope it will lift up the entire aerospace industry in the inland Northwest, including local companies here in Spokane Valley like Hydrofab.
I think the attention that will come to Spokane with the tech hub is going to direct maybe more interest here in terms of looking at working with our supply chain. And that's what we're really hoping for.
In Spokane Valley, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, just in time for summer, Liberty Lake Regional Park is back open. This puppy loves it. We'll show you some of the new features coming up. And you may soon be blocked from getting the updated COVID booster.
Why the FDA wants to limit access for nearly everyone under 65.
He had this new brain and this new challenge. He didn't really know how to navigate it or even accept it.
And a Spokane grandmother shares her family's emotional journey through her grandson's mental illness and the local group that gave them hope. We'll show you the support that made all the difference and what help is out there if your child is struggling, next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, it's time to get dancing because GMA's about to reveal the next person on Dancing with the Stars. And just wait until you see who it is.
You won't want to miss it.
Tomorrow, meet the next dancer live only on Good Morning America.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
It's the Make It Better in May sales event this weekend. Whether it's a side-by-side, RV, or both, or maybe a current vehicle you want to trick out and upgrade, the pros at Snow's Auto can. Boost your sound to a new high with top-tier brands, adding power and clarity. Or give your ride a nice window tint before the summer heat hits. Or maybe a 4-inch lift with cool new tire and rim packages.
Snow's Auto.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
With an unsettling economy, Caritas Food Bank has new clients enrolling every day. Now serving over 500 households a month, it's time for the Extreme Team to help with Caritas's growth. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Welcome back. All week long, we've been discussing mental illness and teens in crisis.
And tonight, we hear from those on the front lines who say it's time to break the silence and get teens the help they need. Marissa Rio joins us in studio now with a closer look at how the teen mental health crisis is impacting families in our community and what resources are available, Marissa, for those who need support.
Thank you, Derek and Kirsten. The most recent data from Spokane Regional Health District reveals that in Spokane County, suicide is the second leading cause of death for people ages 15 to 24. And according to a 2023 state youth survey, about 1 in 3 8th, 10th, and 12th graders in our community reported feeling sad or hopeless. While youth suicide rates here are the lowest among those under 18, Spokane health officials say the data still signals a serious mental health concern.
It was just very, very stressful. It was so difficult for everyone.
Deborah Cano was a Spokane grandmother whose life changed when her grandson developed a serious mental illness in college.
He has something called bipolar 1 with psychosis, so he was pretty symptomatic for the first 3 years.
At just 19, her grandson struggled to understand what was happening to him, and so did the rest of the family.
He had this new brain and this new challenge. He didn't really know how to navigate it or even accept it. He was still 19.
That's when Deborah and her daughter found NAMI Spokane, a nonprofit offering free education and support for families like hers.
We especially learned how to talk to someone that has a mental health issue. Things to say, things to not say.
Deborah now volunteers with NAMI, teaching the very same classes that helped her.
What we need more than ever with families and people that have mental health issues is communication and knowledge.
The Spokane Regional Health District says that kind of support is critical, especially for teens.
Many of them report that they don't feel that they can talk to an adult in their life.
Mia Parker says this is something we can all help with.
Having just one positive relationship with an adult figure, even if it's not a parent, really can change the trajectory of a child's life.
Deborah believes she changed the trajectory of her grandson's life by simply being there and helping him fight the battle. He's now 27 and thriving. He's working at Frontier Behavioral Health, helping others like him.
He has grown exponentially, emotionally and mentally. He's so wise now.
Derek, Kirsten, even now, Deborah says she still leans on those tools that she learned from NAMI to support her grandson when he needs it. But overall, she's just super proud of all that he has overcome.
She should be proud of herself, too, for diving in and figuring out how to get him all that help. But stories like hers are a reminder of how important these conversations are. So we've compiled a few resources, including NAMI, to help you get that same support that Deborah did.
And NAMI is such an important organization all the way across the country. So many people have reached out to me over the years in different states saying that they've benefited from NAMI. The Spokane Regional Health District also recommends calling or texting 988. Remember this number if you need crisis support. You can find all of these resources on our website at kxly.com. Thank you, Marissa.
Well, it's more important than ever to have these conversations with your kids as AI social companions are becoming extremely popular, especially with teens. They're designed to simulate real relationships and form emotional connections with users, but they come with real risks. In Florida, a 14-year-old boy's last known conversation before he died by suicide was with an AI chatbot. A recent report from Common Sense Media says these social companions like Character AI, Replica, and Nomi pose unacceptable risks for anyone under 18.
Are designed to create emotional attachment that's harmful for developing brains. And
teens who are vulnerable and maybe struggling to maintain boundaries could really get in tricky situations with real dire, real world impact.
We'll discuss examples of the bad advice these chatbots can give and why parents need to be aware if their kids are using them in our complete story tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
And as you heard, as teens get older, their struggles don't always go away, and finding help can get even more difficult. The Northern Idaho Crisis Center in Coeur d'Alene is helping to change that narrative. It's open 24/7 and it's free. You can stay for just a few hours or you can spend the night there. It's a place where people feel safe sending their loved ones to connect to resources or get medical attention.
They were able to provide, the physical safety for this person, the emotional safety, and most of all, I love that they had a list of resources and were able to solve a problem that I felt was unsolvable.
We spoke to a mom who says the Crisis Center changed her life while dealing with postpartum OCD. You can find this full story right now on our website, KXLY.com.
And helping support your child's mental health is no small task, and we're sure you have questions.
And that's why tomorrow we're inviting a mental health expert from NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, to answer as many of your questions as possible. Email us at the address on your screen, news4@KXLY.com, with the subject line, Teens in Crisis. You can email any question that you have.
Well, folks, it's been chilly pretty much for the entire month of May, and I know a lot of folks are getting ready for the heat to get here, but when will it? All that answer in my First Alert weather forecast. That is next on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. Stick with us, everyone.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
It's time to win big this May at the Kootenai Casino. We've got your Kootenai Falls Lodge Room ready, starting at the incredibly low rate of just $79 midweek. We'll even include 2 breakfast vouchers. And you'll love our $20,000 drawing, daily hot spins, and the $10,000 giveaway for Victoria and Memorial Day. Come play in May. Book today. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join SDCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
It's a 4-day price crash today through this Monday at all Cal locations, where they are loading up the lots with hot buys and big markdowns, plus giving you up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Today through this Monday at Cal.
Welcome back. We were talking about Memorial Day weekend and how a lot of people are going to be starting their road trips tomorrow already.
Right.
Oh, tomorrow?
That's
right. A 4-day weekend for a lot of the public school kids, so maybe you get Thursday and don't really start?
Well, I would wait till Friday because things are going to be even better on Friday. As we've been waiting for that heat, it is going to finally show up just in time for the unofficial start of summer, which is Memorial Day. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We've made it to midweek, past midweek for a lot of folks. Beautiful conditions tonight. We're just looking at a pretty lazy evening. Not much wind, just beautiful conditions, though we're still chilly. Our highs today, we're pretty much at it right now. We're still about 8 degrees off of our average, but a pleasant, cool evening ahead. Quick showers overnight could affect your morning commute tomorrow, but that could be the last real rain that we see for at least the next couple of days. Winds non-factor, and the heat is on finally this weekend. So chance of rain tomorrow, and most of this will be in the morning hours, 40% chance, and then we'll see diminishing returns as we head into Friday and into Monday, and nothing is expected right now for your weekend. Pretty darn nice conditions, and again, the heat will finally be ratcheting up, but we gotta be a little bit patient. So we're seeing just a hint of shower activity coming to the north of our area. So Colville, Sandpoint, you're seeing just a little bit of shower activity. That should continue for the next couple of hours, but it's already starting to dissipate a bit. But then we're going to be seeing showers coming in from an odd area. We usually get it in from the west, sometimes from the east, but we're going to be getting it in from the south tomorrow morning. You can see this is a pretty big ridge of shower activity affecting much of the eastern part of Washington. That is going to slip through. Looks like it will affect your morning commute. Now, tomorrow we do have a concert series, the Outlaw Music Festival just across the street here, and we are looking at possibility of just a quick shower or two. So if you're heading to that concert tomorrow afternoon, just have a windbreaker and maybe you'll see just a quick shower, but should be otherwise nice, but still a little bit chilly. But those warmer temperatures are coming our way on Friday, and the showers are going to be moving on out by Friday and setting up a very, very nice weekend indeed. Look at these winds. They are very light, and we do not expect winds to be much of a factor for at least the next couple of days. Could see 15-mile-per-hour winds when a little bit of shower activity comes, but other than that, we're going to be very calm throughout our areas. So right now, Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, 61. Lewiston keeps staying our hot spot at 70 degrees. 59 looks like the cool spot for our regions in Colville. Again, we're going to be seeing those warm temperatures across the board on the way. And today we are a hint warmer, much so in Pullman, 8 degrees warmer. As we get to tomorrow, we should be right on par with what we're seeing today. And then the heat will be coming back as we get to Friday. And even beyond Memorial Day, we're talking about May 29th through June 4th. We're still going to be above average for our temperatures, maybe even a little bit more in the Panhandle. So warm temperatures are going to be sticking with us. Speaking of which, 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, those early showers, 61-year high. Then we're back to our average. It's taken 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks ago on the Friday before Bloomsday that we were at 80 degrees. Back to the average on this Friday. And then as we head into our weekend, look at that, 81 for our Memorial Day Monday. So folks, if you've been patient and waiting for the heat, it will finally come here this weekend.
And we can't wait. Jason, thank you. Well, the next time you head out to Liberty Lake Regional Park, you'll notice some exciting changes.
After being closed last summer, the park is officially reopened, welcoming families back with a host of new upgrades. So on your screen here, you can see the park's location near the southeast corner of Liberty Lake, just down the road from the Liberty Lake Golf Course and the McKenzie Natural Area Trailhead. Hunter Bertram is going to take us on a tour now of the park's new features.
A revamped swimming hole, an all-new dock, a place you're going to be able to enjoy with your family all summer long, including the dog. Gracie and her owner, John Norton. Today, they're making the most of Liberty Lake's waters, trying their luck at fishing.
The whole family came for my grandson's birthday. We probably caught 60 fish between all of us.
Liberty Lake has become a hot spot for anglers and sunbathers alike. Last year, however, this park was closed for much-needed renovation, Spokane County says.
Liberty Lake is one of the best loved and most used lakes in Spokane County.
A reason why county leaders decided it was time for a makeover. The transformation cost over $4 million, enhancing shaded areas, improving road access, and making the beach and water more accessible for everyone. New features include bathrooms with an outdoor shower and a new dock with an ADA kayak launch.
All three of my grandsons brought their kayaks. They were out all last night. It's easy. I guess they just pulled themselves right up on that ramp. It works real well for them.
For families like the Nortons, Liberty Lake will be a summer must, and if Gracie could talk, she'd likely agree. In Liberty Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
What a sweetheart. Still ahead. A powerful homecoming for the Salish community. Land once taken away is now finally back in their hands. How it's giving kids a chance to reconnect with their culture. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
So according to Mr. Washington, we deserve a little room upgrade.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
Okay, how about a second opinion from the other Mr. Washington?
Are you a Camus Rewards member?
Yeah, why?
It's the only local players card that gives you the lowest possible rates on rooms and room upgrades, not to mention food and drinks throughout the property.
So I'm taking these back, right?
Membership matters with Camus Rewards, only at Northern Quest.
Celebrating 30 breathtaking years, one extraordinary show. The dance and music spectacular that took the world by storm and captured the hearts of millions. Riverdance. And now, experience the passion and energy of this mesmerizing show live on stage. Riverdance, the new generation. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, May 28th and 29th. Get tickets now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, with new inventory rolling in every day and great financing options available, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Do you like Hot Wheels? Do you want to see awesome Hot Wheels toys come to life? Join me at the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Blow and Fire and watch your favorite monster trucks do wheelies, donuts, and crush cars. Join the pre-show party before each performance. It's Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Blow and Fire, where you can see your favorite Hot Wheels toys become larger than life. See you there.
The big Memorial Day savings start this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Toyota.
This is their land now. It was their land to begin with. It is their land again, as it should be.
That is Catholic Charities of Eastern Washington giving the purchase agreement of this land to the Salish School. This gives the school a place to create a village for the Salish community through a new facility and recreational area.
It will be located along the banks of the Spokane River, close to Spokane Falls Community College. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yard shares the deep significance of this partnership.
You're hearing students from Salish School of Spokane sing as they celebrate this land that is now, finally, theirs again.
My heart is full. I can feel the ancestors just smiling really deep. They're really happy.
Dr. Robbie Paul is a Nez Perce elder and third-generation boarding school survivor. For years, Indigenous children were taken from their families and sent to these institutions designed to erase their culture and force them to adopt Euro-American ways.
Those are generational wounds that are now, this is beginning the healing and knowing that can happen.
Today, that healing happened through people gathering by the Spokane River, celebrating a land gift from Catholic Charities to the Salish School.
This is their land now. It was their land to begin with. It is their land again, as it should be.
It's such a beautiful day. You can feel, I don't know, you can just feel the energy and the hopefulness of the students and their families and everyone here.
The Salish School now owns more than 2 acres of land here. However, the real gem is the surrounding area, which is a 33-acre conservation site in the Spokane River, giving these kids an outdoor classroom.
So it'll be just a wonderful opportunity for learning for them.
Before the ceremony started, Dr. Paul blessed this land, asking for bad spirits to leave and good ones to come in, marking a new beginning and preserving Indigenous culture.
This is part of reconciliation, and a very part of that, and you can help contribute to that.
Salish School of Spokane has raised $7 million for the project and needs $3 million more. The hope is to break ground next year. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
A luxury jet made for a king is now set to become Air Force One.
Why the gift is sparking backlash and what President Trump is saying about it coming up. And a small Idaho town is now at the center of a federal lawsuit. The DOJ says Troy discriminated against a growing evangelical church, but the city says the government got it all wrong. What both sides are saying. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 8th through 13th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The Open House Memorial Sale is on now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service centers, stock up in the parts department, and enjoy free barbecue Friday and Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Plus, adult beverages from Trailbreaker Cider House on Saturday. The Open House Memorial Sale on now at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
Next, ET, our Dolly Parton exclusive, reflecting on the loss of her husband, Carl Dean, plus an ET First, our ride-along with NASCAR legend Jimmy Johnson ahead of his Memorial Weekend race.
Next, ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
At Findlay, downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years.
Where we are offering $1,000 extra towards every trade-in, plus delayed payments for 120 days, making it the perfect time to come to Findlay.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, the U.S. Justice Department is suing the town of Troy, Idaho, saying it discriminated against Christ Church, an evangelical group that's dramatically expanded its reach across the Palouse.
A member of the church bought an old bank building downtown, hopeful to transform it into an event center and rent it to Christ Church as a place of worship. But the city rejected its attempt. Jordan Smith explains why.
City officials have desperately been trying to revitalize Main Street, which is a hollow shell of its former self. They zoned this 2-block stretch into a commercial area only, meaning if you wanted to transform this building into an event center, for example, you'd have to apply for a conditional use permit. So that's what Matt Meyer, an elder for Christ Church, did. He bought this building and applied for a CUP. But after hearing community feedback, the city council rejected his permit. Meyer took his complaint to the DOJ, saying his religious rights were violated.
As someone who's not a lawyer, I think that the RLUIPA guidelines, I think, were clearly broken, yeah.
RLUIPA, as the DOJ says, is an act that effectively forbids the government from deciding zoning matters based on their dislike of certain religious groups. Christ Church has earned itself a reputation in the community with controversial teachings and their expansion efforts, purchasing several churches and buying up numerous properties across the Palouse, including in Moscow and Troy. But the attorney representing Troy in this case argues the idea that the city rejected Christ Church's permit because of their name brand is far from the truth.
We aren't saying don't come to Troy. We're not saying you can't have a church in Troy. We're not trying to put any burden on any religion. We're trying to create business in a downtown commercial district of 2 blocks.
In fact, Christ Church has been holding religious services here even though that permit was rejected, though the city has not intervened. It's unclear what will happen next in this legal battle, but we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. For now, reporting in Troy tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
All right, finally a warm-up coming, right? We saw 80 degrees early in May, and then we haven't seen it again.
I like that you mentioned Bloomsday. That was a good kind of marker.
Yeah, think of how long ago Bloomsday was. It was the Friday before Bloomsday, 80 degrees, and then we went, oh, it's cooling down for the runners. Fantastic. We didn't know it was going to be for a fortnight and a half. Darn it, but Friday, we're going to be back to our average, and then the weekend, it is going to be hot, finally. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Look at this beautiful sunset. I tell you what, just lovely skies this time of year, and it's going to continue. We're going to be seeing a lot more sunshine and a lot more drier conditions, but we still have a little bit of showers to talk about in the next 12 or so hours. So we have had a little bit of shower activity going through Colville, Sandpoint area. That has started to die down, but really all the quick showers that we've had for the past couple of days, it's due to a big system that keeps on coming into Montana, and we're going to see that happen again tomorrow. But let's get back to those high temperature trends. It is just absolutely going to be warming up. Again, Friday, we are going to be back to 69. That is our average for this time of year. 72 on Saturday, and then 80 degrees by Memorial Day itself. Get the barbecue out. It's time to get those hot dogs and hamburgers out, and we're going to be staying warm into our next week as we start work back up again. So just get ready for very nice conditions as well. For our overnight conditions, we are going to see some shower activity coming in very early. Could affect your morning commute, so do be aware of that. Highs, again, right around 61. A chilly Thursday is ahead, but we have that warmth on the way. Can't wait to tell you all about it coming up later in the show.
All right, Jason, thank you. The season of fresh finds and local delights is finally upon us.
Yes, it's that time of year again when farmers markets sprout up like wildflowers all across the city. And tonight, the Kendall Yards Night Market kicks off. Our Hunter Bertram's there live. So, Hunter, have you found anything else? We saw you with some chocolate-covered cherries earlier.
Kirsten, Derek, those were delicious, I have to say. And yes, I found so much good stuff here. I mean, it's been myself, my fanny pack, and my photographer, Dexter, and we've been walking up and down Summit Avenue. You can see just so many people have flooded this street for the night market, especially since we were together at 5 o'clock. But the best part about it is you can try so many different cuisines, so many different cultures. And today, I'm joined with Emen Ethiopian Cafe with Ebra, who is the owner. And, you know, Ebra, tell me, what's the best part about serving, you know, Ethiopian food to Spokane?
So since we start, people welcoming us with our food. So this is my second year. You know, people love the food, and I love communicating with the food. It's a beautiful thing. You know, I think food is a kind of universal language. So.
And that's amazing. And a man earlier said to me that this is just one of the best things he's ever discovered. And I mean, how does that make you feel?
I'm so honored and very humble, honestly. Even though it's a very hard work, but every day I keep coming because the response of the people, honestly. It's just, it's so touching. Yeah.
And I mean, that's amazing. And earlier we had the basil bread here. It was delicious. And I know it's so much work these vendors go through getting these ready. Earlier we talked to other vendors who said, you know, it's hours, it's permits, it's all these different things. So, I mean, just amazing to have it all work out at the end, right?
Yes. Even though sometimes I'm tired, I want to make sure I'm coming every week because my customer waiting for me. So it's amazing.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you didn't make it out here tonight, it does officially end at 8:30. But most farmer markets in our area are now going on until about beginning of fall, mid-fall. So that's all I've got for you right now. Kirsten, Derek, I'll send it back to studio.
All right. Thank you, Hunter. Food is a universal language.
I like it. Yep.
Well, Mark Peterson and the Extreme team are hard at work putting the finishing touches on their latest project.
All week long, they've been building a new home for Caritas Food Bank. The organization has been around since the early 90s. It'll now be based in the basement of a church at Ash and Wellesley, across the street from the Value Village there. So let's send it over to Mark Peterson now to see what still needs to be done before tomorrow's big reveal.
So the ramp to get everything into the lower elevation of this building has been an ongoing process. Geometry, remember when you said you'd never use that in real life? We've been talking about radiuses and circles and circumference and doing measuring. But here's what happened today. they started moving in. Yeah, it was crazy. They showed up with a couple of trucks. We started loading up the ramp, and without it being fully complete, it worked beautifully. So Caritas starting to move in. They're going to be open up June 2nd, and they're going to start prepping. We have continued to prep. We did more painting today. This is going to should wrap up the final painting, and then tomorrow, reveal day, will be touch-up, and it's going to be great. So we can't thank Green's Grocers yesterday for feeding us, Aloha Island Grill for feeding us today, and we can't thank the volunteers from Horizon Credit Union enough. All right, so you've seen them all in action. More action coming in because we've got more stuff to move in. I'm Mark Peterson, 4 News Now with the Extreme team at, again, the Caritas Food Bank.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Interj. Tickets on sale at BroadwaySpokane.com.
It's a 4-day price crash today through this Monday at all Cal locations, where they are loading up the lots with hot buys and big markdowns, plus giving you up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Today through this Monday at Cal.
Just look at those beautiful plants and flowers from the Plant Farm. The Plant Farm is Spokane's go-to garden center. A promise of trust and confidence comes with the healthiest plants from the Plant Farm because their plants and flowers are grown right here. Get annuals, perennials, roses, trees, shrubs, and their signature hanging baskets and more, even indoor plants. Head to the Plant Farm, Spokane's go-to garden center on 4th between Evergreen and Adams in the Spokane Valley, because life is better in the garden.
You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Winter Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett is an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
The future of comfort is here. Cube, exclusively at Walker's Furniture. No more sinking, overheating, or waking up sore. Cube takes what works and adds revolutionary gel cubes for support exactly where you need it.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty. We are bringing caring for the person who is dying back into their own family.
It's all about the person that's leaving this world, but it's equally about the family.
With the necessary supports to assure their comfort, symptom management, and accompaniment as they walk through those final days that for many can be very scary. With caring support can really be the fullness of living as a person dies.
Washington State High School golf wrapped up their season at the WIAA State Tournament today. And while courses all around the state hosted boys and girls teams, the Creek at Qualchin, right here in Spokane, was home to the 3A boys final rounds. A young Cheney High School squad pulled off a third-place team finish, along with 2 of their top golfers, Ryan Howe and Justin Krasselt, each earning top 20 individual medals. The Blackhawks earned their first GSL title earlier this month, placed top 3 in a field of 20 other Washington high schools at Qualchin. And now we can take a look at the top 30 finalists from the tournament, at least some local kids. North Central's Tegan Brill tied for 6th. Top Cheney boys we just mentioned in 10th and 11th. And then Central Valley's Chase Sturgis tied for 17th. Ridgeline's Owen Packbush tied for 22nd. And rounding out with another Cheney guy, Braden Anderson tied for 26th. Congratulations to all the golfers and more on a great season wrapped. Julio Rodriguez and the rain-soaked Mariners in Game 3 of their series at the Chicago White Sox. No score after consecutive walks, and Rodriguez, he loves hitting these first innings homers. He does it again. Deep ball to center. This one gone. There's that missing offense from last night. Didn't take long. 3-0 M's in the first frame. Bottom of the 4th, tied now Joshua Palacios. He had some action last night for the White Sox. He makes sure this hit will not stay that way long. Way out to right, solo homer, Chicago. The first lead, 4-3. 2 innings later, Seattle tried to reply. Cal Raleigh says, hello, sir. 16 home runs for the big catcher, tied for second in the big leagues. White Sox again another lead in the 8th, but Leody Taveras delivers another home run in a much more exciting day. Seattle roaring in front by 1. Mariners staying in control. They win it 6-5 to take the game and the series over Chicago. So deep breath, got the win at the White Sox. And with the dub, that's 5 wins in the last 6 games for the AL West leading Seattle. Looking at their next game up, Seattle travels to Houston to try and build off a 2-1 series record lead already against the Astros. George Kirby makes his long-awaited pitching debut for Seattle this season, recovered from a shoulder injury. First pitch in H-Town tomorrow at 5:10 p.m. Former Zag Andrew Nimhard and his Indiana Pacers begin the Eastern Conference Final Series against the New York Knicks, feeling like the mid-90s. Tip-off was at 5 p.m. Pacific, so we're in the third quarter, score 75-72. Knicks lead. Pacers closing in on that. They're down a lot more. Nimhard with 6 points and 3 rebounds so far. Stick around for news now nightside to see if Nimhard and co can steal a Game 1 road win.
Feel good, man. Signed my first NFL contract. Trying to, get to the second NFL contract, maybe the third, but I mean, it's a blessing. Ready to get to work.
Former Washington State quarterback and recent #1 overall draft pick Cam Ward just signed his rookie contract with the Tennessee Titans today. 4-year deal for just shy of $49 million, all fully guaranteed. Ward is the 7th of the 9 Titan rookies with their deal signed. He begins his debut NFL season at the Denver Broncos on September 7th. So pretty neat to see Cam now in the spot that he's in, leading NFL franchise. So excited for week 1, but man, you gotta love the confidence of already signing 1 contract and saying, well, how about 2? How about 3?
Let's get to work, like you said.
$49 million. Whew.
That's a lot of money.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, thank you. Well, love it or hate it, one of the most controversial plays in football is here to stay.
Here comes the push.
That's right. We're talking about the tush push made famous by the Philadelphia Eagles and other teams. That's when a team needs just a yard or less to get the first down or a touchdown. The Green Bay Packers suggested the play be banned by changing the rules to prohibit an offensive player from pushing a teammate who receives the ball from the snapper. When the ban failed, though, the Eagles, of course, celebrated by posting an image of them preparing to do the tush push against the Packers with the caption, "Push on."
Well, soon most people may no longer be able to get a new COVID-19 booster shot. The FDA announced a plan to limit access to the updated vaccine only to people over 65 and those with underlying health conditions. The FDA plans to impose these restrictions on future shots for younger, healthy people unless vaccine makers are willing to pay for newer and lengthy placebo-controlled trials. The commissioner of the FDA and the agency's vaccine head argue the annual booster shots are not worth the risk for otherwise healthy people.
Well, folks, I think we'll all get a boost from warmer temperatures coming for our holiday weekend. But we got to get through some more mild temperatures and some shower activity. Let me get you and your family prepared in my first alert weather forecast. That is next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $18,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Sierra 1500. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This summer, escape to where music meets the mountains in Sandpoint, Idaho. July 24th through August 3rd, the festival at Sandpoint presents Sierra Farrell, Brothers Osborne, Third Eye Blind, Kansas, Dispatch, and more. Whether you're dancing under the stars or exploring Sandpoint's lake, hiking, and local charm, this is summer at its best. Get your tickets now at festival@sandpoint.com.
Never a doubt. See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
Life moves fast, and we get it. You're busy. Our digital banking can change how you manage your money. Whether you're chatting with a representative after hours, depositing a check from your phone, or meeting with us face-to-face. Wherever life takes you, we've got you covered. It's your money. Access it anytime, anywhere. Open your account at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $5,500 off, plus as low as 3.95% APR on a Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Wednesday evening. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. Right around 61. That's pretty much our highs for our cities today. And again, that's about 8 degrees off of our average. Similar temperatures tomorrow. But we are going to be warming up as we get into Friday and into our weekend. But a pleasant, cool evening is ahead. Quick showers overnight are expected pretty much for all of our areas. Winds a non-factor, but the heat will be on for the holiday weekend. So we do have some shower activity expected tomorrow. Most of the bulk of it will be in the morning, early hours. Again, it could be in your commute. Then just a slight chance of some showers on Friday, but pretty much nominal chances as we get into our holiday weekend. So very nice conditions as well as those hot conditions are on the way. So get ready for some sunshine. We've been sadly lacking in the sunshine department, but it is going to be coming back. So we've had some showers, quick showers, Colville area, Sandpoint area, but most of the bulk of it has been happening in the Montana area, and that's going to continue as we get into tomorrow. And we're kind of on the periphery of those showers. So as we're heading into our evening hours, looking mighty fine, but as we head into our overnight period, we do expect, again, you can see the timestamp up top, we do expect to see some shower activity coming from an odd area from the south and pretty widespread. We're getting later and later with the timing on this, so we do expect it to be rumbling through as you're heading off to work or school or wherever tomorrow early morning. And here's all those showers I was talking about in the Montana area. So scattered showers. It is unsettled. So if you're out at the Outlaw Music Festival tomorrow in Spokane, do take something to protect you from the rain, because you could see a quick shower or two. And again, temperatures are going to be staying cool. So it's going to be a little chilly out there, especially when the sun goes down. I think that's when Willie is going to be heading on to the stage. But as we move into our weekend, we're going to be looking at much drier conditions and much nicer conditions. Also nice is we have light winds right now. We do expect to see those light winds continue into tomorrow and most likely into most of our weekend. So just lovely conditions. Right now, 61 again, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. A little warmer for Lewiston, our hot spot, 70, 61 in Pullman. And a bit of a change from yesterday. We're a bit warmer, especially in the Inland Empire. Look at Colville, 16 degrees warmer, and that is just going to keep multiplying as we head into our weekend for Colville. And even after Memorial Day, we do expect to be above average temperatures, even well above average temperatures for the Panhandle. So get ready for more hot temperatures. Speaking of which, 7-day forecast, early showers on your Thursday, tomorrow, 69 by Friday. Look at this, mostly sunny skies Saturday through Monday, and those hot conditions continue into our next work week. So we just got to get through a little bit of showers early tomorrow, cool temperatures tomorrow, and then the fun can begin for our holiday weekend.
All right, thank you, Jason. Around the nation now, the Pentagon has officially accepted a luxury jet from Qatar and will now begin the work to ensure it meets security measures and functional mission requirements to transport the president.
But the gift is highly controversial and drew a fiery response from President Trump when he was asked about it today in the Oval Office. ABC's Lionel Moise has the story.
The U.S. has officially accepted a luxury Boeing 747 jet from Qatar to be used as Air Force One, replacing the aging fleet operating since 1990. It's been described as a flying palace with 2 furnished floors, plush carpets, leather seats, and 2 bedrooms. A reporter questioned President Trump about the gift in an Oval Office meeting with the South African president. The president blasting the reporter for changing the topic from unsubstantiated claims about so-called white genocide in South Africa.
They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? and it's a great thing. For you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing.
A Pentagon spokesperson saying in a statement the plane was accepted in accordance with all federal rules and regulations. The president has said it's a gift to the Pentagon, not him, and the plane will transfer to the Trump Presidential Library once he leaves office. Some Democrats have blasted the gift, saying accepting it would be illegal, violating the Constitution's ban on gifts from foreign heads of state. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced a bill Monday that would prohibit any foreign aircraft from being used as Air Force One.
It should not take an act of Congress to stop the President of the United States from accepting the largest foreign bribe in modern history. But we're dealing with a president who has shown he's perfectly willing to sell out the American people and the presidency to fill his own pockets.
The jet will have to meet the strict Air Force requirements. The Air Force says it's preparing to award a contract to modify the jet, but details of that contract are classified.
Officials have not said how long it will take to outfit that jet and do a security sweep before it's able to carry a president. Boeing, on the other hand, is still working on 2 jets to replace Air Force One, but it's dealt with years of delays. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
All right, time for our final break. But before we do that, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Wednesday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is summer with the Nissan Summer Sales Event, featuring the Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier, free from new tariffs. Hurry to a Nissan dealer today.
Now get up to $6,000 total savings on Frontier.
If you haven't been to the Northwest Granite and Cabinet Store in the Valley, then you are missing out on your home's possibilities. From exotic, beautiful countertops to all wood functional cabinets and a ton of flooring choices, Northwest Granite and More can help you transform any room in your home into a masterpiece. So, if you have a project coming up, stop by Northwest Granite and More today, where your wishes become reality.
Welcome back to the quarterfinals, where the stakes remain as high as ever. A win for any one of you will guarantee you the top spot on the leaderboard. What do you think about that?
We all start at 0.
Jeopardy Masters, tonight, 9/8 Central on ABC.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Did you know Corsair is an old-timey word for pirate? Me neither. But more importantly, it's a new-timey word for a luxury car that'll shiver your timbers at Northern Quest. It's the $110,000 Corsair Conquest giveaway, where you could set sail in a brand new Lincoln Corsair. Play daily to enter, then join Dave, Ken, and Molly for the grand prize drawing on May 31st. Plus, pre-party from 2 to 6 p.m. in case you're feeling, pillagey.
This is summer with the Nissan Summer Sales Event, featuring the Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier, free from new tariffs. Hurry to a Nissan dealer today.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mississquah.com.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, if you're looking to do some shopping over Memorial Day weekend, experts say you may score some deals. We'll show you where to find the best discounts tonight at 11.
Where are the best discounts? I'm going to be here at 11. I'm looking forward to that.
Better stay up late.
There we go.
To find
I'll
out.
be here. Maybe a little bit of shower activity in your afternoon. It'll be very brief for your Thursday, but expect some shower activity right before or during your commute. Highs are going to be in the lower 60s tomorrow, but I've been hyping it all day.
Yeah.
After tomorrow, it's more of the same, but by Friday, we're going to start getting warmer, and then by the weekend, 80s. Get ready.
I think we're all ready to be back.
See you at 11.